Hey, I'm Brady Znez.
And I'm Ben Stone, and this is the 12-6 podcast.
Today we're interviewing Guy Herbert, who played professionally in the NHL. He's now the Ducks broadcaster. He played for the Penguins, Rangers, and the Ducks. So we're happy to have him today to ask questions. Ben, you want to start?
Yeah, so I know you played professionally, but what got you into broadcasting?
Well, when you get done playing in the NHL or any professional sport, you're kind of wondering what the next step is in life. And, the love for the game for me was, it's just the passion about playing the game since I was, I don't know, 3 or 4 years old. So I think I wanted to stay connected to the game in some capacity. And to be honest with you, I didn't really want to get into coaching. Coaching's a really difficult proposition. A lot of time away from home, and I had done that as a player. So I looked for something that I could stay connected with the sport, and really thought that maybe somehow in broadcasting would be a good fit for me. So fortunately for me, I was able to talk to Fox Sports at the time. It's now Bally Sports, and just started with that, just doing the pregame, intermission, and the postgame show.
Yeah, it's cool. Like, how did you? What was it like to be a professional in a sport? Like, is all the practice and stuff paying off? Like, how does it feel?
Well, I mean, it's really rewarding and satisfying. Hey, listen, you start loving a sport at a young age, and sometimes dream about being able to, hey, one day maybe I can make it to, the major leagues, whether it's baseball, football, basketball, hockey, or whatever it is. And, I had that dream as a young kid, and I wanted to give myself every opportunity to achieve that dream by working hard and wanting to make sure that I gave myself, good coaching around good athletes. And as I progressed from being, a youngster to high school to college, I really thought that, if I could evolve to each level and try to excel at the next level, then that would give me a good opportunity to have someone see me and maybe have a chance to get drafted by the NHL at one point, and eventually that did. But yeah, a lot of you play sports, and it's the blood, sweat, and tears, and the thrill of victory, and then sometimes the agony of the defeat. But all that makes you grow into a better athlete, and then you use that experience as you grow up to maybe shorten the learning curve of disappointment as you get older and play at a higher level.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I know you've been in the NHL. What was your most memorable moment of your professional hockey career? And then after, what was your most memorable moment as a broadcaster?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question. I think, for me, just to get to the professional level, I just wanted to be able to play one game in the NHL. And I figured anything after that was going to be a real bonus. So I would have to say my first ever game in the NHL would be my highlight. Fortunately, I played a lot of games in the NHL. So I had a lot of great moments. But yeah, I played for the St. Louis Blues, my first ever game against Buffalo Sabres, won the game 6-3, and I had some family in the crowd, a college roommate. So that was a pretty special moment.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. Uh, so what's your favorite thing about being an announcer?
Well, my favorite thing about being an announcer, I think, is that I'm still connected with the organization that I played for years, and the fact that I can be around current players, being able to go into the locker room, talk to the guy, and you kind of have that connection with guys who are doing it for a living is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm sure that's really rewarding to also like get to be an announcer after playing, having a long career.
Yeah, I mean, they get to talk about the game that you love, and I get to watch the current players, and then kind of dissect what they do well, and sometimes what they don't do well, and be able to broadcast on TV to the viewers at home. So hopefully, I give some good insight to what's going on in the ice every night.
Well, who was your idol growing up?
I love goalies. So, you guys are way too young to probably remember or even know about some of these guys. But early on in my youth, when I was really young, there were guys like Jerry Cheever, Ed Jockman, Ken Dryden, and these were goalies who all wore those old full face masks. And I was just attracted to equipment by the goalies back then. And then as I got a little bit older, there were some great goaltenders, Gilles Gilbert. And then even as I got a little bit older, like Patrick Waugh was one of my big time idols. And then as really cool things happen in your career, I was able to play against Patrick Waugh for a number of years. So, having posters of him on my wall, kind of going through high school and college, and then being able to play against him in the NHL was pretty cool. I mean, you sit there and you're like, I used to have a poster of you on my wall. And, and now I'm looking down at the other end of the ice and he's looking right back at me. So those are some of the guys that were some of my heroes early on.
Yeah. I know this could end up being a biased question, but what was your favorite team to play for?
Well, I think St. Louis drafting me, the St. Louis Blues, certainly was an incredible moment. So I kind of fondly remember, being a draft pick of the St. Louis Blues and starting with their minor league team in Peoria, Illinois, and then finally moving up to the big club in St. Louis. So kind of, they gave me the opportunity to start my professional career. So I kind of really remember them being kind of the ones that opened that door for me. With that being said, I got to spend 8 great seasons as one of the Mighty Ducks, and being the first ever player selected by the Ducks in the expansion draft in 1993 was a really memorable moment as well.
Yeah, I can only imagine how being drafted feels. I mean, just a great moment. Yeah, thank you for being on. It was great to have you on.
Yeah.
Thank you for taking time.
Well, you got it. Anytime. Reach back out to me if you want to talk some more hockey, and hopefully the Ducks are going to make some big moves this off. So stay tuned.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you. Couple seconds here. We'll say our 2 hot takes for the MLB season. I have the Phillies missing the playoffs. My reasoning being that they barely made it last year. People forget they barely made it. And then now they have no Harper for pretty much the whole year. Schwarber's gone for a long time. Same with Rhys Hoskins. So that's 3 of their best players gone. And I see them struggling.
Yeah, and my hot take is that the Mariners don't make the playoffs. And I just don't think they're good enough. I don't think their hitting can outscore the Angels hitting or the Rangers hitting, because they have not looked good so far versus the Guardians and the Angels. So I don't see them going far. Yeah, like maybe they'll definitely win 85 games, but I don't see them winning over 88, 90 to get into that wild card. Maybe 84.
They'll come in probably second or third in the AL West.
I think they'll finish either third or fourth, because the Rangers look great, but probably third. And the Angels barely beat them out.
All right.